It's Dan Portillo, and I'm here with another Monterey Hills market update. So let's get right into it. So we are starting to see a bit of a change in the data. We saw an uptick of 2% increase in the housing inventory for LA County. We also saw a 1% decrease in demand. So what does that mean? That means that there are still buyers that are sidelining their plans to buy a home because of the higher interest rate. Now, don't get me wrong, there is still plenty of pent-up demand. When a home is priced right, there are still plenty of competition and buyer activity when the home is priced right. Let's take a closer look to see what that activity looks like in Monterey Hills specifically. So in Monterey Hills, we have 3 properties that are currently in escrow, and we have a total of 9 properties that sold. This was from May 1st to June 7th. Now, of those properties that sold, the average square foot was just over 1,100 square feet, listed at $671,000, and an average sold price of $701,000, and only taken about 12 days on the market to sell. So you can see that when the property is priced right, you still see that the demand is strong enough that that buyer activity will come to the table within those first 30 days. Now, if you're a home seller in Monterey Hills and you're considering selling, there's a few things that you should keep in mind before you put your property on the market. You want to make sure that your pricing strategy is on point. It is very important to make sure that your pricing is accurate. That's probably the biggest key to successfully selling the property. You want to make sure that the agent has an aggressive marketing plan to be able to get the property out there, get the buyers in the door, and be able to leverage that marketing to create and bottle up that activity and generate the interest. Now, the marketing plan is just one component. You want to make sure that when you're talking to an agent, interviewing them to sell your home, they should also have systems in place to be able to monitor key performance indicators so they can communicate that back to you so you can see how your home is performing with active buyers walking through your home. So one of the biggest key performance indicators is how many showings you're receiving. You should be receiving at least 5 to 7 showings the first 2 to 3 weeks your property's on the market. That means 5 to 6 agents walking through the home each and every week for those first 2 to 3 weeks. That is very important. If you're not getting that number of showings, the market's already telling you that you might be a little aggressive on your pricing. Now, there's a few questions that should be asked after every single showing, and I'm going to go through those questions now. So the first question that should be asked from every agent that walks their client through your home is your client interested in the property? That's important because you want to know right off the bat, is that person interested in your property? So your agent can start the dialogue, be able to build that rapport to see if they can massage that interest into getting to the table with an offer. Number 2, does the agent or their client want to be contacted with additional information about the property or any questions that they may have? Number 3, what is your opinion of the price and what is your client's opinion of the price? That is very important because when a buyer is looking at your property, they're looking at it on their computer first. They're making the decision whether they want to go out and see that home. They already have an expectation of what they think the property might be like. So you want to be able to get their opinion of the price after they've walked through your home. You should be getting feedback from the agent and their client of what their opinion is of the price. Number 4, how would they rate your property? You want to know from a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being best, how does the agent and their client rate your property compared to others that they have seen? Number 5, any comments or recommendations are welcome. So if they have any additional notes or feedback that they want to provide on recommendations, that is super important as well because you want to be able to get a live response back from someone that's walked through your home. In the eyes of a buyer, there might be something that may have been missed. That is a simple tweak that you can do to be able to improve the showability and how your home presents to buyers as they are walking through your home. So those are the 5 important questions you should be asking after every single showing. Those should be communicated to you on a weekly basis so you can make any appropriate adjustments with your agent before the property becomes an overpriced stale listing. I hope you find that helpful, and if you'd like to find out how this information pertains specifically to your property in Monterey Hills, don't hesitate to reach out. I can be reached at 626-313-1200. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.